Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to MISA's webinar on financial wellness during the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. As you know, a lot of victims of domestic violence complain that they can't escape out of the relationship because they can't make it financially on their own. Madlé Aquilla Wealth Solutions. So they always advertise in MISA's e-data, and they agreed to do the presentation for us today.
Afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon and welcome webinar.
First of all, MISA, thank you for the opportunity to actually be a part of this 16 days of activism. It's quite an honor to be of value for your members, and I'm sure that the next 10 to 25 minutes will actually be something that is of value to each and everybody actually joining in, not only today, but also watching us live on a YouTube recording later. I'm going to give over to Zana.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nkosazana Madinga, and I work with Madlé and we are part of the Sanlam group. And today we want to talk about the importance of financial planning. Firstly, I would love to share with you our brand promise from Sanlam.
Today we make a promise to every man, every woman, and every child on this continent. A promise to do everything we can to give you a feeling of empowerment that comes with knowing you are in control of your life and that you can change the world.
Even me?
Yes, you. It's a promise to help you attain the kind of confidence that we believe can make a real difference in your life. Financial confidence.
What's that?
It's knowing that you can look after the ones you love and the things you own, and that you are prepared for the challenges that life may bring. It's the kind of confidence that opens doors and unlocks dreams. And whether you have a little or a lot, it can help you access limitless possibilities and reach new potential. That's why we'll never take our promise lightly. We'll keep it top of mind and close to our hearts. Everything we do, every decision we make will be guided by it. So that you can live knowing that today is going to be a good day. And tomorrow will be even better.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. With the 16 days of activism, the request to Madlé was for us as Sanlam to talk about GBV, and we've prepared a few slides where we will help you or will help anyone to deal with financial abuse, because we feel that GBV often carries an element of financial abuse. So these are the 5 points we feel that if the person is in a relationship and does not earn an income, it's sometimes that financial distress causes a lot of abuse in either a marriage or in a relationship or in cohabitation, or it could lead to divorce. So we've said now, what could also be happening is that if the one person doesn't have enough money, the partner could insist in making all the financial decisions in the household. And that will never be good for any person that is married. The abuser can dictate how the victim should spend or use the money of the household. The abuser can withhold certain basic needs from the other partner who does not have the money. When the abuser gives the victim money, the abuser expects proof of payment sometimes, and that is terrible. Why is financial empowerment key during these times and during these financial distresses? After COVID, the country has realized that a lot of people are now in financial distress. Now, when one is financially empowered, it makes it easier for them to walk away from an abusive relationship. Why is that so? It means that the individual can make their own financial choices and decisions without depending on the partner or the spouse. The survivor becomes resilient to economic shocks. Anything that can happen, they are very much resilient and can handle and deal with any situation. When they are financially confident and empowered, it means that they are economically empowered and can help reduce or mitigate any impact of any gender-based violence. When you are financially empowered, you allow yourself to create opportunities where you can be assertive and make your own decisions in that household. You won't have to depend on an abuser to help you lead your life financially. Leaving an abusive relationship will not be only emotionally taxing, but it does become financially taxing. For instance, if you're in an abusive marriage and people are married in community of property, that can be financially distressing for the partner. So when you are not financially literate, one of the most important things that one needs to do is to educate themselves financially. Know what risks you're going to go to, know what financial distress you're going to go to. One, we need to consider opening up a new account where you can start saving and putting away money for yourselves. Expenses must be split when in a relationship, and you have to leave all of these things. So there's a lot of things that a couple goes through when they're in an abusive relationship. And we hope and pray that people will be able to stand up and not just depend on the financial gain in a marriage or in a relationship, because not everybody is married, and people are staying in relationships because it is financially beneficial to them or the kids, if there are kids, or the family, because some families might not have kids. What does one have to do to leave an abusive relationship? We need to start looking at having alternative incomes. We need to start at budgeting. People need to start having funds that will help them. One can have their own tax-free saving so that if anything happens, when a relationship starts to become abusive, save up for yourself. Avoid unnecessary expenses. Try and clear all your debt, because living a marriage, living a relationship where you shared finances can be taxing. If your partner knows your credit card details, or your partner knows where you're investing your money, or knows where your finances are done, they can do things to make sure that you don't get to your funds. So try and open up another credit card, freeze the old one, and don't share your PINs with your partner anymore. Try and be very discreet with everything that you have, because these things can damage your credit profile. The partner can go and create, or if, let's say, if you're married in community of property, if they can go and create debt, that debt will also include you as well. When you're in an abusive relationship, please change your passwords. Change anything that your partner can get hold of. Get legal advice. Make sure that you are sorted financially. Start monitoring your credit report, because you might find that accounts are opened up in your name. Things can happen. Speak to your financial planner to also help you check your credit score. Speak to your financial planner to help you mitigate any risk that you might find coming your way. If you have children, speak to an expert to see how you can start saving for your kids without the partner knowing that is the abuser. Again, if your partner is a beneficiary of your life policy, we advise, we are not dictating, we try and advise that you find and nominate a different beneficiary, and you must think of these things carefully, because now anything can happen. Financial empowerment is a journey. For instance, compound interest. People don't understand, if you had started early to save in your life, from say with your first paycheck, or you start saving for your kids when they are born, and you start, even if you put on 300 or 500 rand, that money after 40 years would build up a lot of interest into millions. So upskill yourself, make sure that you've got short-term and long-term goals when it comes to your financial matters. So if you upskill yourself, have a degree, or a diploma or anything, that's what we're trying to say people must upskill themselves, find out, read about financial matters, and make sure that you speak to the right financial planner or the legal person when it comes to such topics. When you have left now the relationship, it also you need to start rebuilding your finances. You are starting now alone, whereas you had a partner. You need to first prioritize your safety. Your safety, your safety, your safety. Safety could be safety around the house, where there's an alarm system and panic things. Then, because some people are survivors of abusive relationships. So safety around your financial independence. If you have had support, if you have to support yourself now, your credit cards, everything, make sure that your strategy is well aligned, everything is linked. You need to start saving now, and the sooner you start saving as a new person now after an abusive relationship, you must prioritize now making sure that you have an emergency fund. And you can speak to Madlé, who is your financial planner for MISA, to make sure that financial planning is sorted for you and for any emergency that might come your way. You must be intentional to make sure that you get out of debt. And to get out of debt is very hard. Your credit cards, all those things, make sure that it's for the I'm not saying people must not have them, but when you have them, it must be for the right reasons, and it must be used for emergencies, not just to have fun. Investments, you must have long-term investment plan and short-term investment plan. You must consider approaching the court. If you've got minor children as well, you must revisit your retirement plan, because it is known that only 6% of South Africans will retire comfortably, and that number definitely has gone down after the two-pot system, where people are now cashing in onto their savings pot. So we believe that when the new stats come out, we will be able to share those figures with you, but it should have gone down. So we are asking everyone to say, revisit your retirement plan, revisit your investment plan and your savings spendings, so that we can make sure that you live a happy life, even if you've been in an abusive relationship. I want to conclude in saying that even if you've been in an abusive relationship, never give up. Rebuilding your life and your finances after abuse must be viewed as a marathon, not as a sprint. We as Sanlam want to make sure that you don't do this alone. We are here. We will be here for you every step of the way to make sure that you can rebuild or process everything to make sure that you go through life effectively and financially stable, because we want to make sure that you live with confidence. We want to make sure that you make every moment count. I thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies, for a very interesting presentation. What we are experiencing is that victims of domestic violence struggle to make those financial choices and struggle to gain that independence. So we will really hope to share this with as many as possible people, and we believe that it will be of a great benefit to them. And as part of this series, empower victims to take the next step, do the exit plan. When we say exit plan, it goes from securing a safe place to stay, from putting money aside, and then also coming with that will be the financial planning.
I believe on my side, it's not about having lots of money. It's really not about having lots of money, about knowing how to manage it, even after a stressful marriage or a stressful relationship. People can start over, and you must never ever feel that you are alone. There's help out there, there's colleagues out there, there's us as financial planners who can help you manage your finances and rebuild.
Thank you so much once again for your time. We really appreciate it, and we will be sharing the YouTube link with you as well.